Hey guys, Todd with Peace One Preparedness and Outdoors, and today we're here to talk French presses. Hey guys, if you know me and if you follow my Instagram, or maybe if you've gotten back in a few of my past videos, I love coffee, and one of my favorite things to do is when I'm out on the trail, hunting, fishing, boating, whatever I'm doing, I like to have my coffee with me. A lot of times you kind of get stuck with the fact that you're going to have to lug along a big Stanley thermos, which I have and love one of those as well, but sometimes it's nice to just have a nice fresh cup of coffee. Whether you're going to boil the water over the fire or bring along something else to kind of do it, it's kind of fun to use your equipment and test it out. One of the coffee presses that I tested out about 2-3 years ago was the Outdoor Products coffee press, and I had just huge rave reviews about this. It's a 3-piece, actually a 4-piece little cup. I believe it's a right around 8-ounce cup. Has a little filter in there. You put your coffee grounds, fill it up with hot water, smash it down. Does a pretty good job. One of the downfalls is that I had to always have this static, basically, meaning that I could bring along, it would kind of sort of hold the coffee in, but it could spill out of this silicone cover and so on. But I will say, double-walled construction always kept the coffee very, very hot for a very, very long period of time. So no complaints. And for about $20, I actually got a couple of them. Only thing I always wished that they could, the Outdoor Products would have done on this is maybe have a few more of the outdoorsy, maybe more guy colors. I wouldn't mind a black one. Then not too long after that, I picked up the Grylls coffee press. I got it with a number of other items that I was looking at and put a bid on eBay. Probably one of the unique things about this coffee press, it's more set again, like a mug style, and then you have a spare little container under here where you could store coffee grounds. So that's kind of nice, so you didn't have to worry about lugging along extra coffee grounds. On here, it's a screw off top, and then you had your little filter in here. I don't know what it was about this particular coffee press, or about this particular coffee press, but it leaves a good 3 gulps of coffee in the bottom, which the Outdoor Products product maybe only left a half a gulp. The press itself, as good as the little seal was, it tended to get some grounds in it, but it also had a secondary filter on the lid. Now it has a screw that goes in the top of that, and for the life of me, I don't know what I did with it. So, but all in all, it did an adequate job. It didn't keep the coffee as hot as long as the Outdoor Products did, and even though you could bring your own coffee grounds, I still preferred the coffee out of the Outdoor Products much better. This is kind of the thing I wasn't really hunting for, but I got it with a bid. Got a backpack and a water bottle too. So when I came across the new Stanley vacuum steel French press at Walmart, I was really excited. They run about $23, so it's real comparable to the Outdoor Products product. But it reminded me of my 16-ounce vacuum sealed little thermos that I could carry along. It had a little button on top to release your coffee. And although this one doesn't have that, it has a screw-off lid into where you just pour your coffee out into your mouth and stuff like that. So I would prefer it had the button release on it, but being that it doesn't, that's fine. And what's even crazier, they're about the same price. I believe the vacuum release is about $19, and this one was again $23. And again, what we have is a French press. So you have your double wall construction thermos, holds your coffee, or holds items hot for 4 hours, cold for 5 hours, and it will hold ice cold up to 20 hours in this. So you can take your you can take your little coffee press out and still use it as your thermos if you need to. But as far as for a coffee press, I have used this, well, it's still wet as a matter of fact, quite a few times. And I will tell you right now, in my personal opinion, I've had hot coffee stay still hot to the drink more than 5 hours later. So I'm very, very happy with this. It does as good and adequate a job as my actual Stanley thermos. But we're going to go ahead, I'm going to show you how to make some coffee in here. But first, we got to get some coffee going. And I'm just going to use my little backpack stove. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing lit. Because it's so loud, we'll be right back once we get the water boiled. Alright, we're at a good steaming boil. I'm at a full blast. These little jet engines can boil water very, 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 very quickly. They're very loud. Like I said, they're little jet engines. And I got everything very hot. So, well, again, if you are familiar with a French press, it's pretty self-explanatory. 16 ounces of coffee, I usually use 3. Now, I love my coffee very black, so don't take that as any kind of recommendation like you have to have that much coffee in there or anything, but that's just how I prefer it. So again, very simple, easy to use. You just take your steaming hot water off the campfire. Inside the lip, it's hard to see, but kind of where the top fits is a lip, and that's where I pour the coffee up to that area. Alright, so we had a little memory issue with our camera. I apologize about the delay here. But we have had this steeping for the right amount of time. Again, that's going to kind of be up to you. There's no recommendations on this French press of how long you want to steep your coffee. 90 seconds, a minute and a half or so, probably good enough. You just take the little coffee press apparatus, and it obviously has a silicone seal around here, and the little wire, metal mesh filter, which is not removable, by the way. I think if you really need to, there's a little piece here, a little piece here. You can push those two in and pop it out, and you can clean out around that filter. So anyways, pretty simple. Push it down. And what I love about the French press, probably most of all, is it kind of gives you a little frothy top on there. So, and there you go. Simple as that. That's your Stanley vacuum seal French press. Hey guys, this is Todd with Piece of One Preparedness and Outdoors. I want to thank you so very much for watching the videos. If you like reviews like this, go ahead and please throw a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate it down here at Piece of One Preparedness and Outdoors. And again, always prepared to live outdoors.